Thank you for tuning in to Black Coffee with Heated Conversation. I'm your host, Little Willie. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the show. You can find us on all outlets, Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube. You can go to our website, www.disciplesfruition.com, and you can order our merch. Our merch, everything sold, will be going back to this channel. Yo, this is your boy, Little Willie. I'm right here on the Disciple Fruition podcast with the Black Coffee and Heated Conversation. Man, we are sponsored by Disciple Fruition. We like to tell Disciple Fruition, we glad that they started the podcast and had us to come in and be the one to bring this podcast to you. But today, man, I have my friend, no other, Mr. Charles Jordan with me. How you doing, boy?
I'm all right. What about you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you right here on this great podcast, man. And today we're here to talk about relationship. How to pick the right partner for your relationship. How will you know you're ready to move forward in a relationship, and how you know you got the right one. Because sometimes we come up with the wrong one, man.
Yes,
but I'm so glad to have my friend here with me, man. And this dude right here, he loves to talk about relationships. So I think I got the right one with me today. And man, so I want to talk to you today, Charles. Tell them who you are, man, and what you do, man.
Well, I'm Charles Jordan, truck driver, carpenter, do a lot of other things.
Yeah, man. This is my boy. Like I said, how long you been married? Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Or?
Yeah, I met my bride when she was 16. I was 22. We stayed married 14 years the first time. Got divorced. Stayed divorced for about 10 years. Remarried. Been remarried about 2 years now, going on 3.
So you know about relationships.
Oh yeah.
You know about relationships. You know the relationship. You even know marriage status.
Oh yeah.
And you also know about being separated and coming back united again.
Oh yeah.
Man.
It's one of the things a lot of people, they don't understand. And a lot of people, like question, like, why you got a divorce? Was you cheating? What was it or everything? People come up with their own concept about, why you separated, why you divorced or whatever. But then, when I made a decision, we both went our separate ways and everything, and we stayed in contact. We still dealt with dealt with each other. But people, they still try to throw rocks in and everything. And a lot of times it wasn't, really people on the outside. It was mostly people, like family members and stuff like that. We had a few people come in and, want to say stuff and tell lies and make up stuff, cause when people see you elevate in a relationship, they'll do anything to take you down. Cause see, they feel like, she ain't pretty enough, she don't deserve it, or he ain't handsome enough, she don't deserve, why they together?
Mm-hmm.
People come up with their own little thing, and next thing you know, man, if you got itching ears, you're gonna listen to anything and it gonna bother you.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, somebody got to be the stronger person.
Yeah, and that's what I learned, because I had been married for 16 years the first time. And I married somebody that I had been with all the way through school. And we separated, and after 16 years I got a divorce. And then I turned around and married again, and been married like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Like when I learned that in a relationship, you never could tell family what's going on in a relationship.
Oh man, no. That's the worst mistake I think everybody make, man. And you got certain people in your family you probably go to, and they won't pick sides. My mom, she didn't pick sides. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She did not pick sides. My Uncle Gene, my daddy, they didn't pick sides. My grandmother, man, they did not pick sides. And see, a lot of times when, like my grandmother, she gone, my mom and dad, they don't got older and everything. And, some people feel like they just need to mind their business. My uncle, he just laid back, he cool or whatever, but I can go to him and talk to him and stuff. I don't call you a few times. Like best friend Marvin, I got people that I can talk to, and I don't have to worry about my business going nowhere. Because see, a lot of times, women don't understand. Men, they really don't have nobody really they can go to.
Yeah, don't have no outlet.
They don't have no outlet at all.
No outlet.
You know, and then you'll think the woman that you sleeping with, you can talk to her about anything that ain't true all the time.
Yeah, because if you talk to that woman about certain things, sometimes they get mad at it. They use it against you.
Oh yeah, man. You could tell them, I don't, I don't want to eat that. Oh, so you don't like my cooking? That is not what I just said. Don't take things and twist it. Take what I said. We don't need to eat this all the time. Let's switch it up. Let's do this. Let's do that. A lot of them, they'll take things and twist it, and that will make the marriage or the relationship bad. Because anytime that you make a person feel like they ain't good enough, you messed up, man.
Yeah. And back to piggyback off of what you were saying earlier, when you tell other people, you tell your friends, or you tell your family what you're going to do in your relationship. Sometimes when you come back and you and your partner have made up, your family still look at that person as your friends.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I can say about my mom. My mom, my grandmother, some of my family, not all of them. My Uncle Jim, crazy about my wife, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that means something to me. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that everybody will accept her back. But see, like I had to tell one of my family members, I said, look, she done what she did to me. She didn't do it to you. She didn't say it to you. If I can forgive her, you should too. But I tell you what, if you can't, stay away from her.
Yeah, that's real. That's deep too. That's real. Yeah. But let me ask you this. I heard you say something, and it really kind of like got me, because I'm that man where when I'm going through something, I never have nobody to talk to. And I heard you say sometimes men don't have anybody to talk to. And I found myself to the point where sometimes we see the death of people suicidal and the killers. And that way it come from, it stem from you got so much built up and you don't have no way to release it. And men don't have a way to release it.
But a lot of women, they think women kill themselves more than men, but it's not true. Men, like I say, they don't have no outlet. Mm-hmm. And see, it's a lot of times the men come home. What you mad for? What you mad for? A man don't want to come in the house and it's not welcome. Mm-hmm. See, I told when me and my wife married the first time, I said, tell me what you see at practically everybody's door. You don't see it this way. She said, I don't know. Do you know what it is? A welcome mat. Everybody ain't welcome in my house. Mm-hmm. Remember, I think it was last year, and you was coming from my shop. And you say, hey, bro, everybody don't need to come in the house. Mm-hmm. They bring bad spirits.
Yep.
You told me that, so I went in the house and I told her. I said, you know what Frank said? And I told her. She's like, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, look, man, we want to entertain people and try to help them. But see, a lot of times people don't take your words as help. They take it as tearing them down.
Yes.
But the only way we don't got it for we did it because our parents, our grandparents, because we had to listen. If we heard them. Mm-hmm. But we didn't listen till we got a little older. Yeah. And then sometimes we look back and say, man, if I'd have paid attention. Yeah, paid attention,
did what they told me, and I see what they were showing me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another thing, man. And I went through that stage, and I've been going through that stage recently when my dad died. It's like right now, I find myself, I be like more to myself, by myself, and I stay locked in to the point where I lay around. And everything that I've been through look like now it piled up on me more because I'm in that grieving stage.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we men, we have to face the whole world all day. We have to face
all by ourselves, though.
We have to face work. We have to face racism. That being, because black men, we the minority. We already on the low toe post, and we have to go through all that. Then when we come home, and we got everything piled up on this, and I never could see, to now, I never know how it feels. Just always come home and somebody asks you
how you feel.
How you feel.
How you doing?
How your day was.
Yeah.
That's all we be wanting. We be wanting that right there to feel. Most women don't know we want the same thing they want.
Yeah, but you know what? My wife would do that. But I'll say this. It's okay to be concerned, but you got to be consistent with it. You can't ask me today and tomorrow you mad and you won't say nothing or later on. Because see, I never forget I worked for this family. And he said, hey, man, you need to call my wife. She needs to do some work. But I didn't know they were separated. Now, his name was Don Moore, Tiffany. And so I called her while Lisa. I said, she said, Don gave it to you. She said, he must have tell you. I tell you what, she said, we ain't together no more. I've been doing work for them people for years. Grew up with their kids. Their kids grew up, man. And so I started working for her, doing some other stuff for her. And she asked me, some months had passed. And I said, how everything going? She said, you must hadn't heard. I said, what? She said, you know the house that you fixed in Tiffany, country? I said, yeah. She said, we rented to a family. Say, Doug went to Walmart, bought a shotgun. He went out to the house, talked to the people, went in the backyard, and took his life. And see, some people think he crazy, but this man loved that woman so much. He made a mistake now, but he loved that woman so much. And he took his own life because he couldn't see himself without it. He knew he made a mistake. He couldn't make it up. And see, a lot of women don't understand that. Men make mistakes. And also a lot of men will own up to it and they'll try to correct it. But you got some people, man, they just so stout-hearted and stuff. No, you did it to me. And, and it's rough.
It come to that. Either they're gonna turn it to tit for tat.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna make you feel.
I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna make you feel like you made me feel.
Yeah.
But so in a relationship, now I want to ask you this: things not to fall for, man. What you say about things?
Oh man.
If you want to find out if that's the right person for you, by you being married now, and you went back to the same wife. And I've been married twice, and then I moved on and was married for 10 more years. All my life I knew what relationship and marriage seemed like. Yeah. So what would you say things to know that you not to follow for?
Okay, BBD. Very beautiful. Say don't trust a big girl to smile. You know what I'm saying? So, men, we are visual creatures, and we all, most everybody want a pretty woman or whatever, but it's more than that, man. Don't fall for the look. Everything now is eyelashes, the BBLs, wigs, and all that stuff there. But see, we gotta look beyond that because see, they dressing up. See, at the end of the day, when they come in and they take all that stuff off, that's them. Not saying the beauty part of it, but I'm just saying when people put on this stuff, man, they change. They whole demeanor change. They who we gonna say, Beyonce. But you ain't Beyonce. Mm-hmm. They whole demeanor change, and then when they come around, they smile and everything when they walk out the door, but when they come back home, it ain't no more smiles for you. You ain't gonna get what everybody else outside got. So you got to watch that. They character, man. You got to look at it. Yeah. And see, a lot of them don't pay attention there, man. These girls wearing, they half naked, and men looking. Yeah. And that's what we do, we look. But see, the thing about it, we know it ain't good for us. They say pork ain't good for us, but how many people still eating pork? Yeah. They gonna eat it, but they just don't eat enough to affect them to the point where they make themselves sick. Yeah. And we just have to pay attention to everything, sign. If you dating a female and she got kids, and you gonna never see her with them kids, that's a sign, dog. Why would you go and have a child with a woman like that? Or you talking to a guy, he got kids, you never see him with him, you never hear him talk about him. Mm-hmm. That's a sign. That's something what you just said too, man. I never looked at it like that with a woman, but I always looked at it about a man. You see a man with a lot of kids and he never spending time with the kids. Yeah. We look at him as an unfit father and a man that don't take care of his kids. But I never looked at it as when a woman have kids and she don't be with them. Yeah, that's real, man. And so I see what you're saying about that's one way you can choose a perfect woman for you. And then I noticed something about the world today is about how they want to do the hair, the nails, everybody got eyelashes. But I'm gonna tell you, and this is how I always looked at it. If you notice when we was in the dating game and we'll date every bad girl it is. Oh yeah. We wanted all the bad girls. They had to be top notch. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you can really enjoy and you feel like you got yourself something. But you know what I find out about that though? When you date those type of women and they ain't nothing but broody or whatever, and some of them ain't even got a brain, but you'll end up marrying the average woman though. Yeah, because you think about it. You want the Mercedes, but you can't afford it. Yeah. But if you go get it, and something happened to it, you can't fix it. You get some of these women that's, you know, beauty, you going for the beauty or the booty or whatever, and then you get them and it ain't what you think it is, man. It costs too much. What men have to understand, they have to have enough time for themselves. Because see, a lot of us have made the mistake of getting women and trying to please them on every level, and we neglect ourselves.
We do.
Yeah, and then when we realize that, hey, we neglecting ourselves, it's almost too late.
Yeah.
Then it'll be to the point where, hey, when you go to slacking on what you normally do, that's an insult, dog. She don't want to deal with you. You ain't the man. So get ready.
Yeah.
It's things you have to look at. And see, it's a lot of women, they will sacrifice their kids for a man.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean by that, Charles? I'm glad you asked me, Frank. They will sacrifice their kids for a man. They want this man so bad, they'll neglect their kids when it's time to go grocery shop. Go in Walmart. You ever been in Walmart and seen she got a buggy, he got a buggy. Her buggy full of snacks, oodles and noodles. He's got lobster, shrimp,
Get him what he want. Get him what he want.
Yeah.
He ain't worried about the
Yeah,
kids.
he ain't worried about nothing. That's his buggy. That's why he got it. She got the buggy for the kid. Yeah. Then get up there and see, and then they got hot pockets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This joker got some of everything, man. T-bone face.
And most of the time, and the one we give food stamp, he getting it out the food stamp.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I said how the women do, man. And then, you know, I get tired of the term ain't no good men. It is.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, you keep saying ain't no good men, but the question is, you a good woman.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, man. You ever try eating soup with a fork?
You can't eat it.
No,
You can't eat it.
You may get a taste of it.
You get that was
That's
saying.
it.
You get a taste out the fork, but you can never pick up the juice.
Yeah, see, that was wrong with it when it comes to relationship, man. People, they just want to be able to stick their fork in something, man, saying that they taste it. That's with men and women. But in order to get full, man, you get with the right man or the right woman, you get with the right one, you ain't got to worry about nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what's going on in our community, man, you know, you got jokers, man, and they thinking that men they not plentiful. Or in, you know, women, they outnumber us probably 8 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they saying we ain't no good. But most of them sharing the same man. Most of these girls got kids from the same 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
guys.
I'm gonna tell you something that I come to find out be true. Whatever you speak, that's what it becomes.
Oh,
yeah. If you say I don't want a man because all men ain't nothing but a dog, what you put in the universe is what gonna come to you.
Yeah.
So every time you meet a man, he gonna be what you spoke.
Yeah,
you
but you gotta understand that when you hear a female saying all men dogs, but ain't none of them dating a woman, they must be the fleas.
Yeah.
What get on dogs?
Fleas.
These girls didn't get pregnant by another girl now.
Got pregnant by
That's right.
a dog.
That's right. You ever seen people will feed a stray dog, but they don't want it?
Yeah, they'll feed him and then they'll try to run him off. They don't. When they get tired of him running the house,
that's how they do men.
So you got a point. I like that.
See, you think about it. We don't been to the point we dealt with women. We thought they wanted us, but when they got to a certain point or got a certain amount of things from us, hey, I don't want you anymore. You got to go.
Yeah.
That happen all the time. Guys do females the same way. And that's where everybody got to understand. The signs are there. You know what I'm saying?
We just missed the red flag.
You just missed your way. One thing about it, you see it, but you don't want to believe it.
We don't want to believe it.
You don't want to believe it.
You're right.
You don't want to believe it. Until we get to that point. Then next thing we know, you hear these words come out of their mouth calling people out their name.
And then you say to yourself, I seen the flag.
I seen it.
But I didn't pay attention.
No, didn't pay attention to it.
So what do you say about don't date, about dating and wasting time? Don't date too long about wasting your time. How can you tell when you're wasting your time on the dating?
Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. My wife was 16, I was 22. Mm-hmm. Some people may say that's so early. No, it wasn't. Me and my mom was sitting on the porch, Dorita and Monica. And Jim was walking past the house. I said, hey, Mom, you see that girl right there in the road? I said, that's gonna be my wife. She turned on, I don't even like you. like that, and we laughed it off. June the 7th, and me and her started talking and been together ever since. We talking about what? 1993. It's 2022.
And you still with her?
Yeah.
She became your wife?
Yeah, we became a wife and everything. We had 2 kids, man. And we didn't date that long. We dated for a while. And she was still y'all was still in school, man. And I proposed to her, and I went to talk to her mom and dad first. This stuff that you don't see no more. You know. If y'all women want to know about a man, if the man don't want to meet your mom and daddy, he ain't good. He ain't good enough for you.
Yeah.
And so I went to talk to her mom and dad, and I told them how old I was and everything. I said, if y'all don't agree with it, I'm gone. They agreed with it. I've been ever since. Now, I didn't spend that much time dating her. I married her. She said she wasn't a junior. I told her she was a junior in high school. I married her while she was in high school. I didn't get her pregnant while she was in high school. I made sure she got on birth control. She finished high school. She went to Bed Hill Urban Tech. I made sure she went there, got everything she did. I told her, you go. She went for a count. I said, you get that done, then, hey, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start working for myself, this, that. A man knows when he want a woman, that woman. And it don't take no 10 years, no 5 years. All these females, y'all sitting around here letting these guys date y'all for 5, 10, 15 years. It ain't him, it's you.
Okay. So basically you sitting there and you okay with going on trying to pretend to be married?
Well, I'll say it like this. I think what most society don't talk women that they don't need a man to be happy. And that's one of the messed up things in the world. And women love to holler this thing independent. Now, independent means you don't need nobody. I tell women they're self-sufficient,
So that's what another thing where we do go wrong with, like you say, women, they so independent and they always feel like they don't need a man. But you know the truth be told, a man really don't need a woman. Only thing he really need a woman can get from a woman really is sex and companionship.
And children.
Yeah, and children.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, a real man, he work, he can provide for himself. And if he paid attention and his mama taught him well, he can cook, clean, wash his clothes, he can do everything for himself. Anything broke, he can fix it.
Yeah.
But see, and I was talking to a woman about that a couple of days ago, and I asked her that question because I want to ask her a question this for the podcast and see what her answer was. But what she said, I don't really need a man neither. And I said, you really do. But and then she say, like it's my car something break on my car need fixing, I can take it to the shop. I said, but you still take it to a man.
Yeah.
So he might not be your man, but you take it to your man.
Yeah.
You see that?
And this is another thing, to piggyback off of that, they love to say this or that, but put it, this time, use this for them, say, so if somebody break in your house,
I did that.
You and your man there, who you going to go?
Who gonna protect you? And that's what I was telling her. I said, you need a man for protection. You need a man for all. He gotta be in the house because a man will really run the house.
Man. But in saying that, a lot of women take that wrong. You saying running the house. So yeah, a woman feel like if she submits to a man, she's a slave. No, you ain't. You ain't no slave. Because understand this, if you work a job, you a slave. And then you're like, no, I'm not a slave. Yeah, he tell you what time to come in. He tell you what time to take your break. He tell you what time you get off. And a lot of times he'll have you working longer than what you need to and stuff. So women, what you need to understand is don't spend too much time. Guys, don't spend too much time dating somebody. You investing your money, time, and everything into a relationship, and you may still end up with nothing at the end. So we have to be careful, man. And that's on both ends. And when some people say you only say this, you don't say, I'm a man. I never dated a man. I dated women. And when I dated women, and if I felt like the thing wasn't going right, it ain't nothing for me to leave.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna say something about if you're not ready for a serious relationship. What would you say that person need to do?
Tell them up front. Tell them what you're looking for. Yeah, cause if I can recall it right, you know, me and Monica, I used to ask somebody, I said, you know, what you want? You know, what you want? You know, you're young, but what you want? She told me, you know, what she wanted to do, this and that. I said, okay. I said, but you don't want to be married or whatever? Yeah, I want to be married. Okay. So I'm asking questions because some said myself up. Okay. I know what I'm getting ready to do.
You know what you want.
Yeah, so I know what I'm getting ready to do. So I don't leave the decision up to her. See, and women got to understand, you want to control the sex and who you have children by. But men are controlling the relationship. And a lot of people like, how? Ain't no man controlling the relationship. Okay, I tell you what, you want to get married, you gonna marry yourself.
Yeah, he kind of in control.
Yeah, but see that word control, they take it wrong. They take it wrong, and see that ain't what it is. And see, if they look at grandma, you got grandmama and granddaddy been married 60, 70 years. And you may go there and granddaddy don't say nothing, grandma do all the talking. He already laid the rule down and told her in private, hey, I don't want this go on, this go on, this go on. He let her handle it. He just sat back. But when it get to the point
where she can't
handle it, that's when you gonna hear him.
And that's how it's supposed to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like if a woman go out and she being approached by a guy. As long as she can handle it,
you'll stand back and watch.
You'll stand back. But if she get to that point where she can't handle it, that's when you step in as a man.
Yeah. And see, a lot of them, I'm gonna see if she gonna cheat. It ain't the point about that, man. I taught Monica when we were dating what to look out for. I said, now if you fall for this, it ain't my fault. It's yours. And that's what a lot of men have to understand. And see, a lot of women feel like they know everything. No, you don't. And I'll prove it to you. Women think they know everything. Ask them what they want to be. You ask that one question. I don't know. That's what they gonna tell you. Where you wanna go? I don't know. Ask a man, he'll tell you. If you don't believe it, go shopping with a man, then go with a woman. A man can go in, get what he want, come right back out the store. She'll stay in there 2 or 3 hours, come out with one thing. Sometimes she may gotta come out with nothing. That ain't saying nothing bad. They're just showing you we more precise in what we want out of life, whether it's a car, clothes, a woman. And a lot of I have chose bad when it comes to females. You know, thinking that hey, you know, this what it is and everything, man.
We all have.
But I tell anybody, any guy, choose a woman that loves you. You told me that what your granddaddy said, and boy, I'm like, God, man, that's solid there.
Yeah, when you get older, you start seeing that. Because when you young now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When you're a young jit and you 19, 20 years old, you ain't worried about who loves you. You just worry about who you can sleep with, who you can get.
Yeah.
But when you start getting older, it gonna matter. You got to choose that one who's gonna be for you, man.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I really like that. Man, you really came here and you inspired me on some things, man. You inspired me on some things, and so. Relationship or co-parent or whatever, competition or whatever. I know we have a relationship competition. A lot of people have competition, and I want to. And the reason why I say co-parent too, because I want when we talk about the competition, I want you to tell me what you see about also when when people break up in a relationship and they have kids. But let's talk about this part about competition. A lot of times we be in relationship, we be in competition with one another.
Well, you talking about the wife and the husband?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it all depends on how your relationship starts. See, most women want just say you dating a woman, you married a woman that her mama just say wore the pants in the house. Just say she didn't have a father there, or if she had a father and the mama never respected. That daughter gonna be just like her mama.
Gonna grow up just like
her. And she thinks she can come and be disrespectful to you. Yeah. But see, I tell any guy, if you got any balls about yourself, look, that ain't gonna work. You need to go back where you come from and try that again. I ain't your dad. And see, that's where a lot of young women go wrong when they try to be like their mom. And see, some people, now you got to understand, and I don't want no female to take this wrong, but as a man, my mama taught me and my brother, and my sister, pay all your bills in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, when you say go, they gonna have to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we was raised. Cause my mama was a single parent. She was married, ended up getting divorced, and married, ended up getting divorced. But she just let us know, don't sit here and depend on a man like I did, and I got screwed in it.
You came up with nothing.
You come up with nothing. You end up still having to pay all the bills in the house anyway. But imagine you thinking he done paid the bills. He ain't paid them. And then the folks come in trying to take stuff out of the house. Now you got to go and get money up to save the house and everything.
Yeah, because he walked away.
Yeah,
and everything was on him.
Yeah, but see the thing about it too, a lot of women think cause he a male, he a man. Every man is not a protector. Every female is not a nurturer. So you can take that any kind of way you want to, cause I know everybody got them in their family. You got guys, got kids, don't take care of none. He ain't no man, he just a baby maker. Yeah. You got women that got kids and don't even see about them. Yeah. What is that? That's what's wrong with our society now. Everybody just, you got these balls babes, I ain't gonna use the word. You got these jokers that wanna be independent women or independent bosses. It ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as an alpha female. It's only alpha males.
You're right. You're right.
It ain't that.
You're right.
They keep thinking that they are. The guy you dealing with, he a simp. If he lets you run over him, he's a straight simp. We use another term for it. But the thing of it is, if you want a real man tell you, hey, you ain't finna go out there dressed like that. Because when you go out dressed like that, showing you everything, you disrespecting me.
Not only that, now this is how I always look at it. Like when a woman go out and she carry herself in that formal way, go out dressed in the type of way, you put your man at risk.
At risk, yeah.
And they might say, what you saying about you put your man at risk? Because what happened is, because what happened is, when you go out dressed in the type of way, showing everything, when a dude approach you and he approach you in the wrong manner, and then and he disrespect you, you got to go to your man, and now your man got to he got to defend for you. Yeah. See what I'm saying? He got to defend for you.
Yeah, but see, jokers like that, you got them type of women, you get them back to the street, man. Yeah. That's the best thing to do. Because see, one thing, you go to the cemetery, man, and so many guys done got killed, shot up, messed up, trying to protect a woman that didn't want to be protected. Because one thing about it, if you don't respect your man, or if you don't respect your woman, what you doing, man? See what I'm saying? Everybody don't understand. It takes more. It takes less to do the right thing. It takes more to correct it. Yeah, and a lot of them don't understand that. Yeah. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me where to go. I can't tell you, but I can lead. And that's what some of these guys want to do. And a lot of the women don't understand, man. Feminism, boy, it's changing everything. And it making things worse for them. And you think about it. You got kids got grew up in the house with these type of attitudes and demeanor. They thinking they this and that. Come on, man. Can't do that. I wish all guys would step up and get their kids and say about it. The boys definitely need a man. There's so many guys, man. They need a man. My mama raised up, but we had granddaddy there, we had the uncles here, and they didn't play with us.
It was a lot different then.
Yeah, man. And see, what it was to take a village to raise a child, that's no lie.
That's a true saying.
Yeah, we could be down the road and show out, step out on the porch, and then by the time you get home, your mama standing there. What y'all did? Yeah. We ain't did nothing, so you call Leroy a lie, and we get a whooping. That's a whooping because that's disrespect. And then we got a whooping down the street. We got homeless and another whooping. They never question them grown people because back then, them people were solid, man.
Yeah, and you can't do that now because the time don't change so much with parenthood and people now. If I chastise your child, and then your child go home and tell them that I whooped you, they'll come down and want to.
You really know where that comes from? Children having children. You think about it. The average 16-year-old got a child. When that child becomes 16, their mama is 36.
Still young.
Still young. And then the 16-year-old child probably don't have 2 kids. She still got a child mindset because she never had a chance to grow up. I dated my wife, like I said, at an early age, but I tried to help her develop, not to be a fool for me, because I done heard the term, oh, you just a fool. My wife ain't never been a fool for me.
Yeah, true.
I done been a fool with my wife, and not in a stupid way.
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I do everything right, and I didn't according to her sometimes, or even some people. And I'm talking about these are the people that I trust their opinion on me, not because of what people in the street say.
Yeah.
And see, that's one of the things that's gonna mess up the black family.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they don't want to take no constructive criticism at all. And it gonna hurt us, man. It gonna hurt us real bad. And the children that's growing up now, video games taking over, man. The internet taking over. These children, man, if you take that computer and that phone from them and throw them a book and say, go to chapter 15, he go to question, go to chapter 15 and find the answer. They would not be able to do it like we had to do.
Yeah. Everything is so much different.
Man, it's so easy.
We don't raise the kids like we used to. And that all come because of still, all that come out of what kind of relationship you have.
Yeah.
Everything revolves about
a relationship. Yeah, because see, even, you know, your mom and dad was married the whole time. Mine wasn't. But see, my dad was 17 miles away. But, you know, he had plenty more kids. But, you know, he was there. You know, if I needed him, you know, to talk to him or whatever and everything, you know. My dad 84 now. My mama finna be 80 next year. You know, and all my mama kids is in their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can say that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't seen what families like. You know, you losing your father, and now it's times where you like, dang, I want to talk to him, I want to do this, I want to do it. You can't. And you got jokers around, you got their dad, man, ain't shit.
And they're not speaking to him.
No, they ain't speaking to him.
Yeah.
Won't even, you know, say, hey, man, just call you, man. Oh, man, you know, let's go out to eat this and that. Yeah. I used to go get my dad, man. I call my dad and say, what you doing? Friday. Oh, I don't know. So we going to Florida. It's my older brother stay in Florida. He'll come to the house, park in the backyard, get in the car, me and him ride down 75, man. He telling me everything he done did, all the stuff he did wrong, and all this stuff, you know, and mistakes he made, and you know, he tell me, say, you know, I don't need you to go down this path. And I said, man, I don't did practically everything except for kids. He said, what you mean? I said, ain't no way in the world I had that many kids.
Yeah.
I said, it's the only thing I'm glad I can pick up from you.
And I think that's another thing too. Since we talking about relationship, then you talking about kids. I feel like every man, if your intent's not to marry the person you're with, I don't think you need to sit there and have a lot of kids. What is your take on that? When some men they already know that they take is they not gonna marry, and but they gonna load the woman up with kids and just hold her there and never intend to be with her.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here. Just because you have access, that don't mean that you go in and you leave assets. Because see, a lot of people, man, they going in, you know, women feel like if I don't have sex with him, somebody else gonna get it. You have to understand, if he don't bring nothing to you that's worth your time, we ain't talking about a conversation now. Because you got to think about it, especially if you having unprotected sex. You having unprotected sex, it's so many things can go wrong. Kids, diseases, all this kind of stuff. And a lot of them don't understand when you going out having sex with multiple guys, even the guys having it with multiple women, unprotected sex, you don't know how y'all pass the spirits. And a lot of people don't believe in that stuff, man. But it's more to it than just dropping off kids. But think about it. Women gonna have to get to the point where they require more from a man, and ain't talking about monetary. You know, what do you want from me? I just can't lay down and give you my body. And, you know, if he tell you, oh, this and that, see, action speaks louder than words. So you just can't, now a woman just can't tell me anything. Yeah, she just can't tell me anything.
When you were saying you lay down and you transfer spirits and everything, that's the problem that I always had when when I was with somebody and they cheated on me. Oh, because I understand what sex really do. Yeah. And not only that, I look at it as when you married or you in a relationship with somebody, say when you are having sex with this person and you having sex with that person, I look at it, you just married you have married
All
that
of
person. Because the Bible say, this is what the Bible say. The Bible say when a man finds a woman and what he do, he have sex with her. And when he has sex with her, you break her hymen and she begin to bleed. So other words, he's saying when you have sex relationships, you become as one.
As one.
And when you become, see, a lot of people look at that, I'm going to the courthouse, I'm going down the altar, and I'm going to get married, and they're getting this paper, and we finna be married. But the spiritual way is when you have sex.
Yeah.
You ordain the marriage through sex. And that becomes.
So how many wives you got?
So when you have, so you have a lot of sex. You got a lot of wives. And so what, like you said, with the spirit. So what we do, we take that from that person to the next person to the next person,
and keep going on and on. It's not an even cycle. But guess what? Though at the end of the day, they with you.
Yeah.
You imagine having sex with 5 women, you got 5 different spirits besides your own.
You good. And you telling it just like it is. But see, a lot of people think that's what it is. And then and because you ever notice, this how you can tell that sex plays a big part in the relationship. Because have you ever, I know you've been married, you got remarried, and you married the same woman. It been plenty times that y'all got mad at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go to bed and you make up in the bedroom and then y'all sit down and start having pillow talks and then you say, I'm sorry for what I did. Because the sex will really bond you together and make you as one.
Yeah, but see, a lot of women don't understand this, especially married women, women in serious relationship. They think sex is something that a man manipulates a woman out of. Not really. If you know your woman, you'll know when she wants you. You don't have to have sex with her. It's a touch. It's the way she look at you. It's the way she speak to you. But if that woman don't speak to you in that way, she mad at you. You can think what you want to. She ain't into you right then. And the thing about men, a lot of women thinking that sex is everything. No, it's not everything. But women don't understand sex is a peace thing for men. We can come in, like you say, and don't have everything dropped on our shoulders. Sex can take a certain type of pressure off of us to get us to the point sometimes where we'll go ahead and talk and tell you what it is.
Tell you what it is.
Yeah, but a lot of women thinking, I ain't gonna have sex with that joke. I just had sex with it the other day. It don't matter. It don't matter.
You don't supposed to refer to your husband.
I done told my wife, I said, look, if you ever take sex off the table, I'm taking 2 or 3 things off the table. She said, why would you take 2 or 3? I said, you took what's important to me. I'm gonna take what's important to you. It may be 3 or 4 things. And people like, I don't think that's fair. No, if you love this man, you love this woman, you'll never take what you know or you think is important from it. You don't do that. And when you do that, see, you know what you're doing. You want to be in control. Now, I dated one chick and she was trying to control me. I said, hey man, I ain't like them other guys. I said, you want something controlled, you need to go to town to buy you a VCR or a remote control car. I said, cause you don't control me. I said, I'm a real man.
So when a woman takes sex off the table, what is your forte on when she takes sex off the table? And then do women think it's fair to take the sex off the table? But when they take the sex off the table and you still got your needs and your wants, that's open up the door
to a cheat. And see, that's another thing. See, they didn't want to talk about I didn't do nothing. You're right. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. You caused women, most times women don't understand, they cause more problems when they do that right there. Why can't you just sit down and say, hey, what's wrong? Say, look, I really don't want to have sex with you, but I don't want you cheating on me. And I know this is what you want, so I'm going to give it to you. It's just like a man ain't got but $20 in the pocket and you want 15.
Yeah.
And that's all he got. He going to give it to you. Yeah. A real man will.
You giving her what she needed.
Yeah. And see, a lot of times women got to understand. 2, quit being so selfish. Being selfish sometimes going to get you in more trouble than what you know. And the only thing you got to do, and ain't nobody telling you got to give in help. We give in all the time. We give in all the time. We giving you stuff that a lot of men don't give you stuff they can't afford. They get doing stuff they really don't want to do. I tell my wife, I say, you'll never know what I'm like. Yeah. What you talking about? I say, you'll never know what I'm like. I know my wife, she like to eat chicken Alfredo. I don't like it. But she said, I just fix the chicken Alfredo. I eat some of it. I don't eat a lot of it, but I eat it with her. But I'm not gonna, tell her no, she can't have it because I don't eat it. That ain't fair. So I let her do. I said, well, just give me a list because she know I don't eat it.
Or either cook something that you eat,
well,
she eat the chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if that's all she cook, I eat it with her. That's what I'm saying. So it's all about give and take, man. But women got to understand that y'all got to start eating some stuff that y'all don't want to eat too. Y'all got to start going places and doing things too. Man.
And when you say that, that's like compromising. A lot of women don't actually think we supposed to compromise. We only supposed to compromise to what they want. Because I notice a lot of times when you talk to a woman, it's all about what she want, what she going through. You ain't never hear to talk to me about what, but nobody never compromise to the man. Sometimes we want to hear like, baby, what you want?
Yeah,
what you want to do?
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you. I told my wife one time. I said, I ain't married myself, and you ain't married to yourself. So that means that what you want, it ain't gonna happen all the time. What I want, it ain't gonna happen all the time. But to me, I don't be with my wife all that time. I can see my wife a mile away. I know she's pissed off. I ain't even got to talk to her. And I'm talking about she can have her back toward me.
You know.
Yeah, I already know.
That's good.
I can hear her voice.
That's good.
Yeah, I already know. I already know my wife finna cry. All that's up there. I do not like to see my wife cry. I don't. Yeah, well, I can't stand that. That's one of my weakest points. But a lot of people they used to say, well, I didn't even think. Y'all would get back together. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
I didn't see you laying in the bed. I didn't know you was on the phone when we be talking. I didn't know you was hidden in the corner somewhere. And see, a lot of times now, you have to make sure that when you got to give up something that you feel like, most women feel like when they give up certain things, they lose in the battle. It ain't no battle, man. We in this together, man. And if women ever get to that point there, men, the average man ain't against a woman. He for her. And now, this joker, make it public that y'all together. He don't hide you. You ain't got to run through the chicken coop in the middle of the night and jump a ditch and all that kind of stuff. That man with you. He don't care. He don't care because you got one eye looking up and the other one looking down. He don't care because you ain't got no hair on your head. He don't care because you missed it. If this man can walk publicly in the daylight and hold your hand, talk to you and everything in front of everybody, this man, he there for you. And a lot of women don't, they feel like, it's a bunch of women feel like they ain't pretty enough. But see, that I heard, beauty's on the skin deep and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So you worry about what everybody's doing. But if we was talking about the wigs and all this stuff there, all these women gonna start looking alike. All of them shopping at the same place.
You're right.
They shopping at the same place. All of them look alike.
Everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Everybody else probably know about this, but I know you know. Remember Mr. Potato Head and his wife? That's all it is. You can take the stuff off Mr. Potato Head and put it on this potato head.
Sir.
And that's what happened now. When I take this thing off one woman, put it on the other, all of them look the same.
You're right.
I told my eyelashes, I can't stand them, man, because they do it to an extreme, and it just feel like they overdoing it, and they trying to come in. I asked my wife them a question one night. I said, who you get dressed up for? I get dressed for you. No, you don't. I said, no, you don't. I had my daughter there. She's a daughter-in-law. Oh, I dress up for my man. I said, how are y'all telling them that? You doing it for the women. No, I said, okay. If your man, I said, now, you my wife. If you were wearing what I wanted you to wear, you couldn't even be in front of them. And everybody bust out with laugh. I said, you ain't dressed for me, dressed for everybody else. I said, when y'all go out, y'all will see a woman. Ooh, she don't know how to wear that. I don't have to show her. Why you got to show her? And you don't see men walking around talking about no men like that. We don't do stuff like that. Y'all trying to impress one another, man.
Yeah.
Quit doing that. If you got a man, that's who you need to be impressing.
Yeah.
Him.
That come from that saying, from that song of Trina, I'm the baddest bee. They want to be better than the next one.
Let me tell you something, man. what a name is, the one saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, what a name is?
I don't know her name, but I know what you're talking about.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
the Kardashian,
Okay.
Beyonce, they made fools out of women. These women sat here and bought all their albums and all that stuff there. Nikki say she don't cook, she don't clean. Her husband videotape her doing all the things in that song she said she didn't do.
Yeah.
You know, Beyonce, she with Jay-Z. He cheated on her.
She stayed.
She stayed.
Baby
and
fuck.
she telling y'all, don't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff there. Y'all say and believe these women you want to these girls. Don't starve. They catching hell with men, man.
But they stay.
Yeah, they stay. And you'll catch your man talking on the phone and you'll leave. And then you sing with another woman, then you try to drag him, and you like, God dang, I sat here and listened to what everybody said.
And left.
And yeah.
Nah, he look like he happy he doing
What
it.
you say?
Yeah. I got it.
No man wanna come home with no angry woman, no messed up house. And I want peace in my house. I think everybody want peace. But see, don't ask for nothing if you ain't willing to give it.
Yeah. The Bible say a man
Man,
rather
be on the rooftop
than in the house with an angry woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we gotta get ready to go. Man, Brother Charles is so good with me, man. I don't want to stop, but we gotta go because we overtime and we know we have to shoot this segment in a manner. But I got them bringing him back, and we gonna go a little deeper in relationship. We're gonna talk a little more about relationship, man. And we want everybody to tune in to our channel, on our podcast show. But we gotta get ready to go, man. And we love y'all, man.